Hola from Peru. I just wanted to share today a little bit about what I've been doing down here in Peru, some of the plant medicines I've been working with, and the different ways that I've been learning to connect with the spirit of nature and to connect that with our own spiritual energy bodies and our consciousness, and use plants and energy in the universe to help us heal, which might sound woo-woo, but it's actually not, because it's very real. So the things I wanted to talk about are Wachuma, which is also known as San Pedro, and I wanted to talk about flower essences and shamanic perfumes and flower baths. So actually I'm going to start with the second two because I'm here on the porch with the flowers, and just share a little bit about the connection that we can have with plant spirits and why things like flower essences, aromatherapy, flower baths, why these, herbs, herbalism, how plants can really help us to heal. And I'm still learning, so I'm just giving you a little window into my own process. But essentially, I'm going to keep it real short because this is a short video. But this is all based on the belief and the knowing that that shamans have, which, live in the jungle of Peru. They've been practicing shamanism and shamanic healing and medicine for, I don't know how many years, lots of years, thousands probably. Lots of years. And, the rainforest of the Amazon holds a key to so much healing. They call this the medicine cabinet, right? You can find, I spent a bit of time in the jungle, and I'll be going back as well. And I was on a plant walk, and one of the guys was just showing me how everything is used for healing. So it's super, super amazing. And one thing that I wanted to share about is these perfumes. So this one's, the bottle is Agua de Florida, but a friend gave me some homemade rose essence. But here in Peru, they use plant essences to create these fragrances that they use for cleansing, for purifying. Agua de Florida always reminds me of ayahuasca every time I smell it. But different fragrances are used for different purposes, and the belief is that the spirit of the plant is in the fragrance. So the whole shamanic worldview is based on the idea that the plant spirits have consciousness. Plants work with us, and that they are inclined to help humans. They're inclined to be with us, to benefit humans and animals as well. And so each plant has its own spirit, has its own personality, and the more time that we spend with them, the more we can become a part of nature. We can listen to, I can just show you like this beautiful, I'm just in a garden right now, but each of these different plants and elements of nature has its own spirit, right? So we can spend time conversing with the river, conversing with the mountains, and eventually they speak back. And if they don't, it's okay. But if you really, really listen, like there is serious magic happening. Trust me. Where was I going with this? Yeah, basically, so there's one certain perfume called Pusanga, which is used for attracting things, particularly love, but it can also be used for attracting money, attracting good opportunities and wealth and health and luck and things like that. So in the jungle, the shamans create Pusanga with a mix of different flowers, depending on what the person needs. So it might be rose, it might be different flowers that represent love. There's all different kinds of plants that they use for different things. Oftentimes, like the way the plant looks or the way that it's behaving in nature represents the effect that it will have when you use it as a perfume. So for example, anyways, the way that you make one of these is you go on a flower walk and you gather. So these are some flowers that I gathered here, and then these are also some roses that I actually bought at the market, but I didn't want to pick the wild ones. And then these are some other flowers that I have. Also, I'm going to manifest love too, so roses are good. And with these flowers, basically when you're in nature, you just spend time figuring out which flowers call to you, the colors, the smells, the way that they're behaving in nature. And then the water that you mix it with, this water that I have is, you don't just want to use water from the sink. You want to use water from a sacred place. So this water is from one of the rivers around here. That is very, very special to me. There's another river that's more special, but it's far away. Not that much farther, but I didn't go there for this. And what I was reading about the perfumes actually one time was that originally they would try to use, what is on my neck? They would try to use this special water that comes from a special spot in the rainforest where I forget where it is. It's like in a certain kind of place where all of the different animals come to drink, the animals that would normally kill each other and feed on each other, and all of the animals come to this particular type of lagoon and they drink together in peace. So that's this really sacred water that they use for the perfume, and you can also use for flower bath. So yeah, essentially, I mean, I haven't made it yet, but you can put these flowers in the water, and yeah, eventually you'll have this perfume. You want to bless it, maybe, blow some mapacho in there, put your blessings. They say salud, dinero, amor, I think. So money, or luck, health, wealth, and love. And then as well, you can make a flower bath with these. So I have had one flower bath. They basically mix all these plants in water and dump it over your head, and you bathe in it. And it's the same principle, right? That we're mixing our consciousness with the plant spirits, and they're cleansing us, they're giving us different benefits, they're giving us different... I'm taking us up here so you can see my next favorite plant. But yeah, when we bathe with the flower essence, it's cleaning us. So this is a practice that's been done forever by shamans. And the first time I had one, I wasn't really sure what it was doing, but later I felt very, very, very peaceful inside. And so I'm planning to make my own flower bath and see what happens. The next plant that I want to share with you before I conclude this video is my dear friend Wachuma, also known as San Pedro, which is that cactus right there. Okay, and yeah, this plant has had a very, very big impact on my life the past year and a half. I came to Peru with no idea what I was going to do here in 2019, and I just had this vision, this calling to be in the mountains, see Machu Picchu. I just had this calling, so I came here, and I found Wachuma. I started working with Wachuma, and then I left Peru and came back, and for most of 2021 I've been working pretty deeply with this beautiful cactus. And I'm just going to keep it real short, but yeah, a lot of people, so you may have heard of ayahuasca. It's another master plant, perhaps the master plant in the jungle. And many people come to Peru for healing with ayahuasca, and as well in the States and all over the world. And that plant is very, very powerful. I also have built a relationship with ayahuasca, and I'm sure there's more to come. But yeah, so ayahuasca is a very, it's in my experience so far, it's like this cosmic medicine. It's cosmic healing. You're leaving your body, you're going to other realms. She's showing you and teaching you different things that are not connected to here, right? And then you're coming back and integrating it. And that process of integration can be very, very, very long. And I'll get to more about integration soon. But Wachuma is really all about the body and the heart. And it actually means what language? I don't think it's Quechua. It might be Quechua, but I'm not sure. But Wachuma actually means cutting off the head. So it's about coming into the body. And when you're having a Wachuma journey, a Wachuma experience, you really, really feel connected to earth. You feel connected to your body, to yourself, to nature, and all of this. And as you build a relationship with the plant, as I've built a relationship with the plant, it expands and unfolds into the different levels of healing that you need on a personal level, on a transpersonal level. This medicine is so profound, and the way I see it is it's quite underrated, right? Not many people know about San Pedro, about Wachuma. The compound in Wachuma is mescaline, and it's very different from the experience of ayahuasca or psilocybin or these other medicines, which are like tryptamines, I believe. But yeah, Wachuma, I believe it's called an empathogen. I'm not so up to date on all the scientific names for all the plant spirit compounds that are in these plants. Something I need to be more well versed in. But as an empathogen, it is deeply heart opening. And what I've experienced from my work with Wachuma is it really requires building a relationship, right? So a lot of people come work with ayahuasca over and over again, and maybe they sit with San Pedro once, but they don't really open the door to Wachuma and the massive, profound healing effects that it has. And trust me, I've worked with ayahuasca quite a few times, and I think they work well together as well. So it's not really about one or the other, but this medicine has just really spoken to me personally, and can be worked with in many ways. You can work with it in ceremony. You can also work with it in a diet, which is what I've been doing most recently, which is taking a small bit of the plant essence and eating a very limited diet with no salt, no sugar, no oils, nothing tasty really, so that you can build a strong connection with the spirit of the plant, and it starts to visit you in your dreams and things like this. So this is also something you can do with different master plants in the jungle. Sancha, Bobansana, Chiricsanango, other plants like this, and then you usually work with ayahuasca. But this diet I've just been working with Wachuma to just build like a deeper connection. And yeah, very, very, very powerful. So yeah, oh my gosh, I went over time, but I guess I would just say that this path is very inspiring to connect much more deeply with nature and to learn really how our energetic field, our mind, our body, our spirit, our emotions, our heart, are all connected to the world around us. It's all one energy field. And by working with plant spirits, by working with plant medicine, we can expand our own consciousness to receive different messages, to receive different levels of healing and awareness, and kind of live our life in a different way, right? That's one thing I've noticed is it changes my entire perspective on life. It's like I'm living a different life all of a sudden with an expanded consciousness. And the last thing I wanted to share, I know this is getting long, the most important part of work with plant medicine, particularly psychoactive plant medicine, is integration. Integration is everything. So yeah, the reason that we work, oh God, it's starting to rain. I have to get out of the rain. But what I want to say is the purpose of working with medicine is to teach us how to live without the medicine. So that is what Shuma teaches me, is how to live my life, how to be my true self, how to kind of rise above the monkey mind and begin to notice my thoughts. I'm not saying it's a cheat sheet to meditation, but no, it's having the practices are so vital. Having the meditation practice, having the yoga practice, these are the integration tools. Without them, your work with plant medicine is kind of useless, because then you're just having this experience that you remember as being so insightful and so awakening, but it doesn't stick in your life. So integration is so key. It's something I'm so passionate about supporting people with, as well as I've been on my own journey as well. So yeah, I hope this could inspire you to build a deeper connection with nature, maybe make some flower essences. Yeah. And sending all my love from Peru. Maybe I can show you the mountains here really quick. Here's the, where are they? There's the Andes. Some of them. Also here. Oh yeah, there you go. All right. Lots of love. Mucho amor.